So, I am here to talk about stuff I brought to the local auction house for Monday, August 11th, 2025's auction. I brought two things here, so I'm going to share with you, or two lots of stuff. I'm going to share with you what I have. So, the first lot is a water barrel with the hose and assorted tomato cages. These are at $14 min bid. You can see there's some that are the uncolored cages, but then the colored cages are the better ones. I used to plant tomatoes at my house, just for I don't know, just kind of like a hobby garden, I guess you want to say. Maybe making like kind of like a hobby gardener, like those people that garden and they buy like plants at stores. They grow plants from seed. That's kind of me. Try to do that for fun. I don't know. It's just kind of a fun thing, making your homemade stuff like like pasta sauce, like spaghetti sauce, like salsa, pizza sauce, ketchups. But I stopped doing that, and I planted like other stuff too. But I stopped doing that. I stopped doing that just because I don't really have the time to do it anymore. And a lot of that stuff I was doing, I was kind of buying stuff from the farmers market in my town, and like driving the farmers markets if I was going somewhere, and I seen they had a farmers market going on. I might buy some from them, other people at the farmers market. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get rid of it. So these. And that water barrel I was going to use to water the plants with, the rainwater. I never really. I mean, I used it, but I never nah. Like I never really used it ton no. Sometimes some years it was like really dry. Yeah, that one stretch year was really dry, and it's kind of dry here and there. Like you'd have to water with the hose too, plus rainwater. Anyway, so got rid of that, and then I have a metal dumpster. I was going to illustrate this, but I was going to use it for metal, for like scrap metal, for like lawnmowers, snow blowers, tillers, like leaf blowers, all the sponge equipment, stuff that wasn't worth selling. I was gonna or junk. I was gonna keep that in there and then take it with me to like a local like recycling store and make some money on like bulk scrap metal price. However, I never ended up doing that. I just ended up storing in there and taking it to my local recycling store, and then putting that in there, and then putting it in like 5-gallon buckets, putting it in the back of my vehicle. I did, and yeah, so I ended up selling that. So I ended up selling it. It's this right here. Metal dumpster drain port, approximately 29 by 22.5 by 36 inches. This is not even, it doesn't even have a bid on it yet. It's $10 minimum bid, which I knew though. I can go look here, lots. Water mirror. I mean, I can show you here, because this actually tells you how much stuff is with the water barrel. Wood barrel, with the water barrel and like sword hoses, rain barrel, 2-hand sprayers, stakes, water can, hammer, miscellaneous stuff, $18. So yeah, I mean, I didn't expect to go for much. Like some of the support other stuff with it. $18. No, it's poly barrels. Yes, they don't call it a water barrel. This one they call it a water barrel. They usually call it a rain barrel because for rainwater. They call it a water barrel this time. Yeah, $53 for two of them. Wooden reel, fan, extension cord, postponer, timber pickaxe, and rainbow. A bunch of miscellaneous stuff with the rainbow. Yeah, that's kind of what they did with that. They allotted it all together. So I bring like $20, $25. Like just drip irrigation system, rainbow tomato cages, and planters. See, now this is a lot similar to mine. You know, this would be. And I only went for $23, but I really don't care. Honestly, at the end of the day, I just want to get rid of this stuff without like, basically without throwing it away in the trash. You know, it's gonna be one of those things where, so instead of throwing away in the trash, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what I did here. 50 on rain barrel, garden tools. And screwdriver, flower pots, 2 tomato cages. Yeah, that's a little bit better one. Army garbage can, rain barrel type thing, $10. Yeah, 29 bucks. Like, with like leaf blower, that's a stack one for 35. Yeah, this one right here with literally all that from 11/1 March, November 11th, 1st of 2021. That's $23. And then I'm gonna be doing how much? So and then how much is a metal dumpster thing going for? Metal dumpster. Metal dumpster. Let's type in metal dumpster. See here's a metal dumpster. Here's similar to that one. For 26 local pickup. Some bigger metal dumpsters. Here's a metal dumpster for $4.90, but it's a bigger one. I think it's literally looks like, yeah, I'll go for 26 bucks. That was in 2021. That was July 26th of 2022 when I went for $26. So literally, it's not gonna go for much. I'll be happy to get $10 for it. Like, I'll literally be happy to get $10 for it. Honestly. I mean, yes, do I want to go for more than minimum bid? Absolutely. But will I be happy to get just $10? Absolutely too, because I don't have to haul it back. You have to haul in the back of a truck or trailer it. And then you have to, because people have like trailers for like SUVs and like, stuff like that. Or like, vans with like tow hitches. And then you have to like haul in the back of a trailer or put in the back of a truck. Because they make you, what they do at this auction house, and what a lot of auction houses do, is what they'll do is they'll make you pick it up. What they'll do is say minimum bid is that this auction house is $10. So they charge you $10 for not picking it up, for listing it. For listing it, they charge you $10 to list the item. That's what they charge you, a listing fee. Listing fee, it's essentially like a listing fee with like a storage fee combined into one, is essentially what it is. Because they charge you like a fee for them to store for you, basically like a storage unit, and then you're basically like, they just tried to sell it for you, but it couldn't sell. Basically the storage fee, because otherwise they don't charge you a storage fee. It's just like a buyer, like a selling fee, essentially. And then the other one, and they charge you per lot $10. The other lot, I'm already at 14. It's not gonna go for more than like 20 some dollars, anyways. The other lot, like the drip irrigation, a few Timeo cages, like rain barrel. It's not more Timeo cages, but yeah, it's not gonna go for much. But I figure Timeo cages might go for $1 a piece at the absolute most. The Timeo cages would sell for like $1 a piece, because Timeo cages do sell the sectionals, but they're like some, if you sell, some might sell for more, some sell for less, depending on time of year. I thought they might go for like 50 cents, $1 a piece, and then like people might count up the approximate value from the pictures. They see in the pictures, say they count like 10 Timeo cages in the pictures. Then they'll literally do 10 Timeo that they, $10 for them. And then, so, and they see the rainbow, which goes together perfectly, honestly, but it is a perfect like combo of stuff, so, because a rainbow, people want a rainbow for watering their plants, watering tomatoes. People want Timeo cages, especially the colored ones, because those things are worth like $5 a piece. I think some of them I bought at Home Depot were like $5 a piece. I think some of them I got from someone else. Some of them were from like Home Depot. They're like $5 a piece. So like four, I think, so yeah. So yeah, and then but I'm not surprised. No. I just hope the mail dumpster was for at least $10 minimum bid. And hope the tomato cages and the other thing go for more than $10. Go for like, which they are at right now. If they go for, I'm not expecting them to like get a whole lot of money, but if they went for $20, honestly, if they went for like 20, say like the other lot, like $23, like $25, I'd be happy. That honestly I got what I expected out of it, and I'm only at like 10. But you know what? At least I don't have to pay to get rid of it. And the other lot, honestly, the other stuff, I'm going, the other stuff on there. If it doesn't sell, I'll have to pick it up. Because if you don't pick it up, what happens is they'll essentially like ban you from if you don't pay for it. They can't, like, some of these auction houses, like, I don't think this auction house like legally charges you for items you don't pick up, which they legally can't. If you don't pick it up, they legally can't bill out your card. The only way they can legally bill out your card is if they're shipping the amount to you, or if it's an item that's shippable. Like, this is an item that wouldn't be shippable to you. They could, but I don't think legally they can charge you on their credit card or debit card, wherever you have on file. Which I don't think legally they can. So I just so they don't do it. And but so, but and then another auction. Yeah, that's just what they do. And then this auction home, but then what they do is if you don't pick it up, you don't pay for what you bought. You don't pay for what you bought at all. It may, if you're gone, like, or they give you like, if you like say, hey, I'm not gonna go pick it up until this certain day, can you hold it for me? They'll probably give you like a warrant. They'll probably like let you, as long as you make contact with them, they'll be okay. Like, hey, I'm not able to pick it up for a week. To like, hey, I'm not able to pick it up all day this week. I'll pick it up on Monday next week. Can you hold it for me? They'll be okay with that. If you arrange contact with them, or hey, I'll come and pick it up Monday. You know. You know what I'm saying? Or sometime next week, you know, as long as you arrange like contact with them and let them know that you're, let them know, they'll be okay with it. They just don't want you not like picking it up at all, or talking about if you're gonna pick up the same week. They give you the whole week, and if you're not gonna pick it up, they want you to probably at least arrange like contact with them, about it, picking it up, and you're gonna pick it up, going to pick it up. So yeah, yeah. And then if you don't if what you sold doesn't get a bid on it, and you don't pick it up and pay the $10 minimum bid for not selling, you won't be able to sell there. You won't be able to sell there, and then you won't be able to buy it there if you don't pick up what you paid. You notice what you won. Pick up what you won, and it has to be relisted. You're not going to. You're not going to be able to buy there. So